I'm taking you on a map-led timeline of the Yoruba, one of West Africa's most influential cultures. Picture southwestern Nigeria around the first millennium CE. On the map, dots of early towns cluster, farmers, traders, metalworkers, speaking related dialects that we now group as Yoruba. At the center of the story is Ile-Ife, a city-state remembered as a spiritual wellspring. Its legends speak of origins of Oduduwa and the descent of order. Archaeology backs up the prestige. Exquisite terracotta, lifelike copper alloy heads. Art so refined it stunned the world when it was first studied. As centuries roll, more city-states, Ife, Oyo, Jebu, Egba, Osun towns connect by trade routes and shared rituals. The political scene? Complex. Kings called Uni, Alafin ruled alongside councils, Oyo Mesi in Oyo Ogboni in several towns, balancing power with checks, oaths, and tradition. Zoom in on Oyo. By the 16th, 17th centuries, Oyo rides to prominence, literally, on cavalry suited to the northern savannas. It controls trade corridors from the forest belt to the Niger taxes, markets, and fields a disciplined army. Diplomacy, commerce, and force knit an empire whose influence reaches into today's Benin and Togo. But empires hinge on balance. In the 18th century, internal rivalries between nobles, royals, and military commanders fracture Oyo's center. External pressures, shifting trade rivals like Dahomey and incursions from the north, compound the strain. By the early 19th century, the old order splinters, and new Yoruba polities emerge, sometimes in conflict, sometimes in alliance. Threaded through all of this is the Atlantic world. The transatlantic slave trade captures and displaces countless Yoruba speakers. Some as victims of war, some trafficked by regional networks tied to European demand. The result is a diaspora. Brazil, where Nago traditions take root, Cuba, Lucumi and Santeria honoring the Orisa like Sango and Osun, the Caribbean and the Americas, where language drums and divination systems like Ifá survive and adapt. By the late 1800s, Britain imposes colonial rule. Treaties, protectorates and military campaigns absorb Yoruba lands into what becomes Nigeria in 1914. Colonial roads and schools reshape cities like Ibadan and Lagos. Even as Yoruba associations, markets and festivals preserve identity. Today, Yoruba culture thrives across West Africa and the Atlantic. The language, rich in proverbs and tone, booms in music film. The arts, beadwork, woodcarving, metalwork, continue a lineage seen in Ile-Ife masterpieces. Spiritual life honors a cosmos of Orisa ancestors and balance. From Ile-Ife's sacred courts to global cities, the Yoruba story is one of resilience. Reinventing power, safeguarding memory, and turning dispersion into a wider home. And the map keeps expanding.